Hola muchachos! So these are the notes for your negative commands if you were absent in clase. Alright, so we're looking at those -2 commands. So we've done the affirmative commands. The affirmative commands are when you want someone to complete an action. So like when I say escribe en español, I'm telling you write in Spanish. I want you to do that. Negative commands are when you do not want that person to complete the action. So if I say no escribas en inglés, do not write in English. Alright, we're going to review looking at your 2 commands. They are for which groups of people. So when you're using your 2 commands, with whom can you use them? We know that they're informal. Pero para cuáles grupos son? The main ones are friends, family, peers, and then anyone younger than you. Alright, so when we're using our negative commands, the process is more complicated than the affirmative. There are going to be 3 steps. The first step is you write the verb in the yo form. And we're talking yo form, we are talking about the present tense, so that ends in an O. Okay? After that, you drop the O, just the O, and in its place, you want to add the opposite, and the key word here is opposite to ending. So now if you're kind of thinking to yourself, I have no idea what that means, I'm going to break it down for you. So we know we have 2 types of verbs, AR and ER-IR. So when we're talking about opposite to ending, I want you to think about the verb estar. Okay? So think about when you want to ask, how are you? It's como. What is that verb ending? It ends in an AS. Okay? I want you to do the opposite to ending. So instead of it ending in an AS, like it usually would, como estás, you're going to have it end in an ES. And your ER-IR verbs do the same thing. If I want to ask, do you run a lot? I say, corres mucho? And it's corres with an ES. But now I want the opposite ending. So it'll be an AS. So these right here are your main endings. And I know that some of you are thinking, well, wait a second. Why do I have to do this yo form thing first? And this is why you have to do the yo form thing first. You have verbs that are irregular in the yo form. Tango, pongo, and salgo are only a few examples. There are 7 in total. So you have to do the yo form first because you follow the step from there. So you put in the yo form, you drop the O, and you add the opposite ending. Okay? Let's go ahead and do some ejemplos. Don't write. So your verbo es, go back to verbo. Your verbo es escribir. So if we follow our steps, we end up with escribo. We want to drop that, and we're going to add the opposite ending. End up with escribas. Okay? Erase these in this case. Alright. For don't draw, our verb is dibujar. To go down. So we put that in the yo form, which would be dibujo. We don't really want that. We're going to drop that O. we get dibujes. Remember, all of these would have a no. No dibujes, no escribas. Lastly, for eat, our verb is comer. Our yo form is como. We don't want that though. We drop the O. And we do the opposite ending, which is an AS. So we get no comas. Okay, so here you have some ideas. Escribes Espanol a Inglés. Right, so these ones usually students can figure out because we know the roots. Alright, some of these verbs you might not have seen in a while. Manejes has to think of a carro. Okay, you can always look up in word reference what they are. But this part students seem to do and understand really well. So let's go down to you have 19 de Inglés a Español. Alright, so let's take a look at number 1. Do not talk to your grandmother. Alright, so we know that our verb talk is, I'm trying to find a better time. We know that it's hablar. So let's follow our pattern. We put it in the yo form, which is hablo. And we drop that O. And we know it's an AR verb, so we scroll up. AR verbs have to end in ES for our negative commands. So it'll be hables as your ending. So you end up with no hables con tu abuela. Okay? So as you go through, that's the pattern you want to follow and use that key up above. A couple of things. Students kind of got caught up on dinner. Don't get caught up. If you forgot dinner, what's another word you could use? Food, plate, meal, okay? Today, remember that anoche seemed to be the popular way to do this, is last night. That actually means last night. So that's not the one you want to use. Try to problem solve through that to say today or tonight. Cook is cocinar. Open, abrir, wait is esperar. This, by just so you're aware, is a reflexivo, which means you're going to have an IOP in it. Sorry guys, I don't know what my computer's doing right now. Okay, so you are going to have an IOP in it. Alright, so that's the rundown. Make sure whatever questions you have, you let me know, because this will be the one traditional exam you have this semester, and I'm going to pull from the examples. So any preguntas, make sure you ask me. Check your work in the key. The key is in Google Classroom. So, that's not your class. So if you go to your class and you go under commands, right, under this negative tab, you have the key right there under the negative. Alright, so commands, under commands negativo, you'll have your key. Check your work once it's done. Any preguntas, make sure you tell me. Adios.